Right, welcome back guys. Okay, we are still looking today at parallel lines, but we're actually going to look at finding the whole equation of the parallel line. Okay, so I've given you this question. Write the equation of the line parallel to y equals 2x minus 1 that passes through the point 1, 8. Okay, typical question. Okay, and half of this we already know, we did it in the previous lesson. If you are still struggling on the gradients of parallel lines, you need to look back at what we did in the previous lesson because this is going to build on that. Okay, so the original line is, let's do it over here, y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, our gradient here, okay, is the value that comes in front of the x, so our gradient is 2. Okay, we know that, we've been doing that for a while. Okay, parallel lines, okay, if you remember back to last lesson, okay, parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, that's important. You need to know that and you need to be able to use it. If you can't use it, look back at the video from last lesson. Okay, so parallel lines have the same gradient. So on the equation on our parallel line, our equation of the parallel line, okay, is going to be y equals 2x plus c. C, if you remember, is our y-intercept. It's where our line cuts through the y-axis. Y, x, so it cuts through this line here. Okay, we need to work out what c is. Okay, the only way to do that is to use the 1 and the 8, our coordinate 1, 8. If you remember, the x coordinate, okay, it comes first alphabetically, so it comes first in here, is 1. So x equals 1, and y, the only other option we can have, is 8. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to substitute x equals 1 and y equals 8 into this equation here. Okay, because we need to work out what c is, okay? So, our equation y, wherever we see a y, we're going to substitute it for 8. So we've got 8 equals 2x means 2 times x. So we've got 2 times by 1, because x equals 1, plus c. Okay, let's just take a pause there and just reflect on what we've done so far. We found the gradient of the parallel line because the gradient of the parallel line is the same as what it was originally because it's a parallel line. Okay, so our gradient is 2. Parallel lines have the same gradient. So the equation of the parallel line is y equals 2x plus c. Okay, we need now to work out what c is. Okay, so we're going to use the coordinate 1, 8. It passes through the line, it passes through the point 1, 8. Okay, so x equals 1 because that's our x coordinate, y equals 8 because that's our y coordinate, and we've substituted those values into our new equation. 8 we can't do anything with at the minute, so equals 2 times 1 is 2 plus c. So 2 plus something, okay, we don't know what it is at the minute, equals 8. So c equals 6. Okay, our c value is 6. 8 is from the coordinate. 2 is 2 times 1, it's 2x, x equals 1, 2 times 1 is 2, and we need to work out our c. 2 plus something equals 8, something, c, equals 6. We don't just leave it there though, okay, that won't get you the final, that won't get you the marks. Okay, we need to properly finish it off, so our equation is y equals 2x plus 6. That's the equation of the line parallel to y equals 2x minus 1 that passes through the point 1, 8. Okay, let's have a look at the second example then. Write the equation of the line parallel to y equals 3x plus 2 and passes through the point 1, 1. Okay, exactly the same method, we just need to use different numbers. So we've got y equals 3x plus 2. Okay, our gradient here, I'm just going to call it g, but it means gradient. Our gradient is 2. Okay, thing we need to remember, parallel lines have the same gradient. So the gradient on our parallel line is going to be 3. So we're going to have y equals 3x plus c. Okay, so all we've done, that's the equation of the line we started with. Our gradient is not 2. Let's change that. I hope you all got that. Our gradient is 3. Okay, parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, so the gradient of the parallel line is 3. We now need to work out what this c value is. If you remember back to here, we used the coordinate that was given to us. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. In this case, x is 1 and y is 1 as well. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are now going to substitute x equals 1 and y equals 1 into our new equation. So wherever we see an x, we're going to put a 1. Wherever we see a y, we're going to put 1. So what we end up with, let's put that in a box so we don't forget it. We're going to end up with 1 equals, now 3x means 3 times x. X is 1, so we've got 3 times by 1. I'm just going to put those in brackets so remember to do those first. And c hasn't changed, we can't do anything with it yet. Okay, can't do anything with this, so 1 equals 3 times 1 is 3 plus c. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this 3 I'm going to put back onto this side. Okay, if it's a plus 3 on one side, it's a minus 3 on the other. So what we've got is 1 minus 3 equals c. And what is 1 minus 3? Okay, be careful on this. It's not 3 minus 1. It's not minus 3 minus 1. It's 1. So we're starting at 1 and we're taking away 3. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Okay? Now we need to form the equation to finish it off. We've got the start of it here. So we've got y equals 3x. C is minus 2. So it's y equals 3x minus 2. Let's just make sure we know our method here. Okay? So we need to find our gradient. Our gradient, if the lines are parallel, will be the same as the line we started off with. So our line here, the gradient was 2. So on our parallel line, the gradient must be 2 as well. We then substitute the values given in the question, in the coordinate. So our coordinate there is 1, 8. X equals 1, y equals 8. We substitute those into the equation. Wherever you see a y, put your y value in. Wherever you see an x, put an x value in. Okay? Simplify it a bit. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then we need to work out what our c value is. That's the whole point of doing this bottom section here. When you found your c value, make sure that you give the equation of the parallel line, just to finish it off nicely. Okay, exactly the same as what we did here. We found our gradient. Okay, parallel lines have the same gradient, so we gave the gradient in our new equation. X equals 1 and y equals 1 because it's given in the question. Substitute them in to work out c, and make sure that you give your final equation at the end. Okay, sum it up for me. Okay, if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the work, guys. Okay, have a good day.